Chad, first of all, welcome back for your fourth year as a Edinburgh Capital.
Thanks for having me.
So before we touch on your new role, Chad, just what is it about this club that keeps bringing you back?
I think Lynchy touched on it in his last interview. I've kind of fell in love with the club. I've been here for this is my fourth year now. When I first joined, it's a special place. The fans are, everyone talks about how great the fans are. The club's really well run, and it's a great bunch of guys. It's an environment that once you kind of come into, you don't really want to leave.
So obviously your new role, player assistant coach this year. How did that come about? Is it something, is coaching something you've been thinking about? Because I know you're obviously still a fairly young age.
Yeah, I've always kind of had a passion for, working with the younger guys. And Lynchy, when he reached out and kind of offered the opportunity to me, it was kind of the first of me actually thinking about properly getting into coaching. And the opportunity kind of excited me a bit and made me kind of think about hockey in a larger picture and kind of appreciate what we have here at the club and maybe revamping the juniors a little bit and having a bit more of a heads-on approach as well.
So I know you're a big character up in that locker room, but will much change with you with the guys? And obviously you're a big player for the club as well. Still, will much change that way? Or?
No, hopefully not. That was one of the first things I kind of said to the guys was that as much as I am the assistant coach now, I don't want anything to change. If anything, I want to almost be somebody that they feel comfortable coming to with problems or any ideas that they have. Almost like a middleman from the players to Lynchy. So
Sunday there, we had our first pre-season game against Paisley. We came away with a 6-1 win. With your coaching hat on, what was your views on that game?
It was good. Obviously, we had only skated 3 times. There was a lot of rust, but I think overall we played really well. The goalie's done well. The D were solid enough. The forwards created a lot of chances. I think everyone's fitness wasn't where it usually is, but that's as it is with pre-season. But I think overall there wasn't a lot of negatives to take away from the game.
And then personally, you got a goal, a couple of assists. Happy to get the ball rolling and up and running?
Yeah, just, obviously, like I said, the fitness wasn't quite there, but, other than that, felt good.
So this weekend, totally different challenge. We welcome Sheffield Steel Dogs here from the NIHL, both Saturday and Sunday for some pre-season fixture. From a coaching point of view again, Chad, what are you and Lynchy looking for to get out of this?
Obviously, they're a really good side. They're playing in a higher league. Last season when we played Solway, I thought we held our own pretty well, considering it was pre-season as well. I think this weekend, obviously, we're realistic in what we're hoping to achieve. We're hoping to gain a lot of, information from the line perspectives and D-zone coverage and stuff like that. And I don't think we're writing ourselves off. I think we're just being realistic in the sense that we're going to hopefully have a good game and hopefully learn a lot from it as well.
As you say, that it'll be good as well for us to test ourselves because obviously we are in a couple of leagues above, so that'll be good that way. But as well, I looked at their roster and it's kind of stacked as well. Guys like Jonathan Phillips, who's been a GB captain, been around the elite league for years, and they'll be well run as well for Slava Kulikov.
Yeah, I actually was coached by Slava before. He's a really good coach, and I know that he's not coming up here just for a shinny. He's coming up here to win, so it will be a really hard game. And they have a lot of good players, good imports, good young players. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a really good game.
So overall, so far, we've brought in three new guys. Sean Stewart, he's came in today, but the new guys so far, Connor Kyle and Ben Keddy, how have they fitted in?
Brilliant. Ben is someone that I and Lynchy have worked with before. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. He's a very humble, young man. He's a quiet guy, but he's very good. Kyle, another young boy from Fife. He's all in. His work ethic is brilliant. He's a very skillful player. And Connor, we know well from the league from years gone by at Kilmarnock. He's a really good player. He's goal threat. And I think they fit in very well to, we don't have any cliques in our team. It's one big, almost family, so they've kind of fit in brilliantly to start with.
And then, as I mentioned, Sean Stewart, our new import, he's arrived today. He'll be on the ice tonight. You excited to see him finally out there?
Yeah, Sean's another one. He's played at a really good level. I met him today. He seems like a really good guy. And we're looking forward to just strengthening the team as much as possible, and hopefully he can bring us a bit more steadiness at the back.
And just finally, Chad, after our game on Sunday night, we've got our first skate with the Caps. I knew you guys, the players, you love being out there and meeting all the fans, and it's something to look forward to as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the skate with the fans is something we all look forward to. It's good to kind of connect with the people that without them the experience wouldn't be the same. The match night atmosphere wouldn't be the same. So we owe a lot to them. So it's good to kind of get on the ice and have a good chat with a lot of them.
Yeah, well, cheers again, Chad. We'll be speaking to you a lot more this season now that you're an assistant coach. We'll split it up with you and Lynchy. Yeah. So, but thanks for speaking tonight and good luck at the weekend.
Cheers.
For the first time on Caps TV, we're joined by new signing Connor McNulty. Connor, welcome to Edinburgh Capitals.
Thanks for having me.
So, Connor, last season you were down at Billingham Stars in the NIHL 1. You had a successful year. How much did you enjoy that? And do you feel that brought you on as a player as well, playing down there?
Yeah, it was a great year. Quadruple winning season. So it's also a good league in the North England as well. So it was good playing against kind of good players, like older guys as well. So it was a different challenge to the SNL. So yeah, I'd say it brought me on a lot.
And you just mentioned there a quadruple winning season. You can't get better than that, eh?
Oh, I know. It was a great year. Seemed like we just couldn't stop winning, but
hopefully more.
I was just
going to say that. Hopefully more of that this year.
Yeah.
So you signed here in the summer with the Edinburgh Capitals. What was your reasoning behind that?
Well, I'd always known of the Capitals and obviously played against them with Kilmarnock, and it was always a team that I enjoyed coming here because it was a massive crowd and it was always an amazing atmosphere here. Loved the rink, and there's obviously a lot of history here as well with the pro teams. So when Lynchy phoned me and the opportunity came up to have a team closer to home, and obviously a team that's wanting success, much the same as Billingham, it was a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest.
So that was one of my next questions. I was going to mention that as well. Like when you were coming in here with Kilmarnock, because I knew, the first couple of years especially, like you had a number quite a bit. You know what I mean? When you came here, was it for you as a team coming in here? Was it like a cup final basically every time, with knowing that you're going to be playing in front of such a big crowd?
Oh, we knew the stakes every time we come here, and I think every team that comes here, I think they always bring their best because of the team that's here and the crowd. You're going to be playing in front of like 1,500 people every time you come here, so it always brings out the best in you, and we loved coming here, celebrating in front of the big crowd and winding them up a bit. So it's good to be on the good side now.
On your side now.
Yeah.
So the SNL, me and Lynchy and the boys, we speak about it all the time. It's getting stronger and stronger. And you played in the NIHL 1 last year. I know Lynchy's very strong on that. Like maybe the Scottish game doesn't get as much respect as it deserves. How do you think between the two leagues? Do you think they're kind of on a level par?
I agree with Lynchy. I think the SNL's definitely got a lot better. I played my first season when I was 16, and although I've obviously developed as a player, I also noticed that the league's gotten a lot stronger as well. And playing in England really just reassured me of that there's a lot of talent up here, and obviously Edinburgh's bringing in good players as well. So I would say they're very even, and I think the thought that the Scotland League is weaker is wrong because it's very competitive up here, and I think Whitley will see that when they come up too.
Yeah, this season. So Sunday night there, we played our first pre-season game against Paisley. We picked up a 6-1 win. You were able to grab a goal late on in the game and man of the match award. Were you happy with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So got the win, which is the most important point, but felt like I settled into the game quite well. I think just in a game like that, just trying to kind of find my feet and link up with my teammates quite well. That's the most important part. And I thought we performed quite well for the first game. A lot of guys have got kind of heavy legs after the summer, so I thought we'd done all right.
So I always ask this to some of the forwards through the interviews I've done before. Do you set yourself any goals before the season? Is there a number you want to get with goals, or do you just kind of take it as it comes?
Individual goals, not so much. I think team goals, I've already spoke to Lynchy. We want to win everything. That's the target for this year. That will never stop being the target. But as far as individual goals go, I just want to do my best every game. help the team out. And I think when you chase individual targets, you know, it's sometimes takes away from the team. So as long as Edinburgh gets 3 points at the end of the night, and I've done my best towards that, then that's all I care about.
So this weekend coming, a very tough 2 games against Sheffield Steel Dogs, who play in the NIHL. It's going to be a big ask, you know. Yeah. I think, you know, we probably, I know as players you'll be still thinking you can win this game, but as players as well, what are you looking to take for these 2 games?
Well, in games like this, it's all about kind of learning from your mistakes. You're obviously going to be playing against really, really strong players. So I think just going into it with a positive attitude and taking what you can from the game, like, you know, taking that opportunity to push yourself and play against better players. You know, I think it's quite easy to just shy away and just accept it as a loss. But no matter what happens, we're going to go out and fight our hardest Saturday and Sunday. So
perfect. How have you fitted in that locker room? I know there's a few big characters in there. How have you found it?
Yeah, it was easy to settle in. You know, there is great characters, and the leadership team's great as well. You know, having Joel as a captain, he's obviously got an interesting character, and
certainly is.
Yeah, Chad's great as the assistant coach, and I knew a few of the boys like from juniors, so it's been dead easy.
So, as you mentioned there about the crowd, you're happy they're on your side now. You got a wee touch it on Saturday night. Yeah. Obviously, there was a decent crowd Sunday afternoon, and there was a decent crowd in the building. How much are you looking forward to playing in front of them this season?
Oh, it was amazing. Scoring my first goal. I know it was only a friendly, but still felt good celebrating and stuff. So I think it'll be a really fun season, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully scoring a few more in front of them.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for talking, Connor. We'll catch up with you during the season.
Yeah, no problem.